Well, this channel is involved with investigative journalism, critical objective thinking with open minds and open hearts. I'm starting it because there's a particular case which has become of interest, and I do have reason to fear for my position, potentially life and family, if I speak out about it. Point being, there are 360 degrees to any situation or case. There are many ways that perspectives and evidence can be slanted and angled to try to pose it all in a certain light, but that might not be the objective, true light. People don't want to speak ill of the dead. People don't want to say the person who got killed was a very difficult person who was doing all sorts of crazy things, and to such a degree that so many people turned against them, or merely tried to maybe consider preserving the business. Somebody who went on, whose own family members testified under oath of being difficult, attention-seeking, drama-creating, having an anger streak, being a yelling person, controlling person. Also, being told directly by people who knew this person she was a total bitch and nobody liked her. I personally have lived with, been married to true narcissists. I don't throw around that term lightly. It's a psychological diagnostic term. It does not apply to every asshole out there. It is a very specific set of diagnostic criteria. I've also worked for people like this, particularly a woman, taking care of her son. Her son who should have died in an accident, but she kept him alive so she could sue the hell out of the pants off a bunch of people and places to make herself rich. Always throwing money around, trying to act like she cared so much about everybody, and just throwing money around and wanting friends and wanting attention. Okay. Somebody who's really generous with a lot of money is not necessarily a generous person. They can also be a very insecure person who is trying to secure approval from other people. I've known multiple people like this intimately in my life, unlike many people. Not many people actually live with or work for multiple narcissists in their life. And when I say that word, I have a medical background. I am referring to the actual diagnostic criteria, not just throwing these terms around loosely. I've had first-hand testimony of people who knew this person telling me how difficult, crazy, and etc. they were. I will refrain from using cuss words, but even their own children, family members, even the ones trying to point the finger at somebody else, who paid people to come do media exposés on this story, when asked of their fondest memories with this person. The best fondest memory they could think of was her being drunk off her ass and arguing, being out of hand, and having to be driven home. That's your fondest memory? Really? I'm astounded. Well, I shouldn't be, because the media spin everything, and the public believe everything they hear. I shouldn't be astounded, but yet I am, because the lack of critical objective thinking, being fair and objective in all this, is so lacking. And as far as I knew, somebody was supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a trial with a jury of their peers. Except it doesn't really quite work that way anymore, does it? Nope. Now you got true crime episodes and all sorts of media and channels doing all these shows that a certain somebody paid for and solicited, called out for, reached out to, hunted people down to run this narrative. Somebody who actually should be a suspect, but I better not say anymore. Person doing all this, the person behind all this media propaganda, is actually a suspect. If you have a mind for crime, if you have a mind for objective critical thinking and investigation, you would know that this person and their other family member is actually probably the prime suspect. You would understand that the husband, many of the things that he said and did in the days surrounding the disappearance seem quite normal. Don't fit with a guilty person. But even if he is guilty, he deserves a fair, objective trial, and he's certainly not going to get that, because there's major forces at play here. There's even been judges recusing themselves from participating, and the autopsy was sent out to a different county. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot people aren't saying, but even in what they are saying, if you pay attention, it's all there. Why is nobody exploring this case from a 360-degree angle, saying, well, all the possibilities of how this could have played out, instead of all of them settling on one narrow angle and then presenting it as if it's already been totally proven and as if the person has already been convicted when they haven't even gone to trial yet? Does nobody care about critical objective thinking? Does nobody care about fairness? If you or your family member were on trial for something, wouldn't you want the totality of facts to be coming out? Would you want one small slice of a potential angle that could be taken that's being bought and paid for to be presented to the media and then propagated to everybody and then accepted and blindly believed? Even if he's guilty, he deserves a fair trial. And it's not fair what's going on here.